Hi guys, I'm Alvin Thomas John. So today we are going to study very basics of Python. Okay, Python is a high-level programming language. What do you mean by programming language? Programming language is a language that humans can write to control the machines. Okay, it is a high-level language. What do you mean by high-level language? High-level language means the language that is understandable to human, that is human understandable language, is called a high level language. Then lower level language means the language that is understandable by machines. Okay, and in middle of this high level and low level lies the assembly language that all we will deal later. Okay, then it is an interpreted language. What do you mean by interpreted language? In other compilers, in other languages like C, we use compilers, means the whole code is firstly translated and then executed. But in the case of interpreter, it's not like that. The line by line execution happens from the code. Each line is taken and interpreted. Okay, then it is also a general purpose programming language, object oriented, procedural, functional, and so many properties it has. Okay, and this object oriented, procedural, functional, that we will deal later. It's a vast topic. Okay, then Python was created by Guido van Rossum and released at 1991. For more information about the Python, very basics, its history and all, you can refer Wikipedia. Okay. Then the main thing we want to know about Python is Python versions. Okay, Python. There are so many versions of Python. Python 2.0 series, Python 3.0 series. Python 2.0 series I think was released in 2000, year 2000, and Python 3.0 was released in 2008 or something. Okay, and here we are going to use Python 3.7. Okay, it is a very comfortable language that we can code. Okay, so, in what are the main advantages of this Python? The nowadays Python is the most trending language. Why is it so? When I started my academics too, I also wondered why everyone is going after this Python. Why everyone is have a passion to study Python. I also wondered, but it has so many advantages because in Python there are so many built-in functions are there. So using this built-in functions, you can do very complex functions also very simply by just importing that functions. For example, if I have to sort a list of elements, I have to, in other languages like in C or Java, I have to write code for that sorting. Sorting means arranging a list of elements, list of numbers in ascending or descending order. So in Java and C, we have to write a code to arrange to sort the list of numbers in ascending or descending order. But in the case of Python, we don't have to bother about it because there is built-in function sorted off. So we can just call that function and the list will be sorted, and we don't have to bother how is it sorted, whether it which sorting technique it uses, like bubble sort or selection sort or insertion sort or radix sort, just as we do in C. We don't have to bother any of that. We only have to call that function sorted off. Okay, that is the speciality of this main feature of this Python. Not only that, small functions, very big functions like face recognition, speech recognition, which is implemented on machine learning. Okay, so they all are also, we can use them by just importing. We don't have to go inside it, and we don't have to know what is running on that face recognition. If you need to use it, you just have to import it and use it. That is the main advantage, most advantage of this Python. Okay, now Python, we have also Python have very simple programs. It's very easy to code in Python rather than other programming languages. Even if a person with no programming experience or programming knowledge can program in Python very easily. He just have to spend his time before the monitor, before the laptop or computer. So uh, let me explain a small program in Python. So in our this is I have a Windows operating system, Windows 10 operating system. If you have some other operating systems like Linux, in Linux also you can code it very easily, because in Linux, firstly you have to take terminal, and from there you have to create a directory using mkdir, or you don't have to create it's not necessary to create a directory. You just have to open a file using gedit space file name .py is the extension for Python file name. By typing that in your terminal, file will be opened and you just have to write the code there. Okay. And we can and another thing is also there, Python console is another thing which the where the interpreter comes in the terminal itself or in the command prompt itself. So you just have to type Python in Linux, and the Python interpreter will comes. Okay. And here we are going to, in Windows there are so many integrated development environments, just like Spider, Anaconda, Jupyter, PyCharm, and so many things are there where you can code in Python. There what the main feature of those kind of softwares is that there are so many built-in functions, built-in libraries as a package in Anaconda. Is there in Anaconda? Okay. But in when we use the Python externally, that is, I am going to use Python very simply, and I don't have any Anaconda, I don't have any softwares like Anaconda. But here, if we need to recognize speech, you have to import the libraries, unlike Anaconda or other IDEs. Okay. So first of all, I'm going, what I'm going to do is I'm opening a command prompt. Okay. Just type cmd and a command prompt will appear. Here we are running the code to see the result, to see the output of our code. And in my system, I'm going to use Sublime. I think in most of the Windows systems, Sublime will be there. One second. Okay. Okay, I'm going to create a new file. Please don't look at these files, they are all HTML and CSS. Okay. Okay, I have created a new file, and this is my new file. Okay. And in Python, I want to, this is a program to add two numbers. Hash in Python means we are writing the commands. Just look. Program to add two numbers. And the next line is we have to say what is the first number. First number is equal to, I just give it as 3.2. Then the second number, num2, equal to 5.1. So we have entered num1 and num2. What is the speciality of this num1 and num2? They are variables, and we are assigning these variables as 3.2 and 5.1. Okay. So 3.2 is stored in num1 and 5.1 is stored in num2. And now we have to find the sum using another variable sum. Sum is equal to num1 plus num2. So we have added the number 1 and number 2, means the inner content, that is 3.2 and 5.1 is added, and it is stored in sum. Okay, another variable sum. And in Python there is a speciality, we don't have to declare num1 as integer or sum as integer, we just have to just name it, because Python knows that this is a variable. Okay, then we have to print. The syntax to print is print off, and inside the parenthesis you have to write sum. Then you have to save. Okay, we have to save in a correct path or correct folder. Means here I have, okay, here I have stored this file. Means here it is stored that I am in htdocs, and inside htdocs an res is there, and inside res a mimosan is there. So this is the current file, and I don't think I don't have to save it there. I'm going to save in desktop, and I'm going to name my program as sum. And as it is a Python file, we have to write .py. Now it's a Python file. Look, the hash, the terms, the sentences that is given after the hash is comment, and I am assigning 3.2 to num1 and for 5.1 to num2, and the addition is stored in sum, and I am just printing and saving. Now take your command prompt. Now I have this in my desktop. Just take your desktop, because we have to know the path of the file. This is my Python file. I have to know the path to run it on my command prompt. Okay, so I am taking the properties. Here the path is there. Users, inside the C, inside users, another user is there, and inside user I have desktop, and my file is saved in this desktop. When I open this command prompt, I am already in C. Just look at this. I am already in C, and inside users and inside user, and I have to enter into desktop. So I have to enter into desktop. You just have to type cd space desktop. Now I am in desktop. If I want to return back to user itself, just type cd dot dot. Now I am in user. Now I am in users. To if I want to go inside the user, cd space user, I am in user, and we want desktop, right? Okay, we are in desktop. That's the first thing we have to do. Now I am going to run this program. To run Python program, you have to write the command python space file name. What is this file name? File name is sum.py. So sum.py, and this is the formula syntax to run a Python file. When I run it, the answer is 8.3, right? 3.2 plus 5.1 is 8.3. Okay, but this is not, I think this is not a nice answer. If I want to just write a sum of 3.2 and 5.1 is 8.3, what you have to do is you have to just uh, in quotes you have to write sum of 0 and 1 is, oh, 2 dot format of num1 comma num2 comma sum. Instead of num1 and num2 we can write anything, but the main feature of a program is that we have to is the readability of the code. So if an external person, external user comes, he should also identify what is all this. Okay, so what is it about? Okay, solely we are writing in more readable fashion. Solely around num1, num2, and sum. Okay, our code is ready, and now print is a function used to display our output. So here I have entered sum of 0 and 1 is 2. This 0 corresponds to the first entry of this format function, that is num1. The 0 corresponds to first argument num1. 1 corresponds to second argument num2. 2 corresponds to third argument sum. Very simple program, and you have to enclose sum of 0 and 1 is in quotes because we have to just print this much, and this dot another function is format. This format function is used to assign various variables or various values to the in the places, to replace the places of this arguments or these representations, that is 0, 1 and 2. Okay, then we are going to save this file and open the command prompt and python space sum.py. Right. The output is sum of 3.2 and 5.1 is 8.3. This is a very simple program, very basic program. If you have to take number from the user, another you have to use an input function, and likewise so many other things are there in Python. Even if this is not basics, it's under basis, means it is very basic. And let me conclude myself. This is Python. Python is a high level language which uses interpreter as its translator. Okay, then it is object oriented, procedural and functional language. It was created by Guido van Rossum and released at 1991. Then the main advantage is why we are using this Python, because it is very simple. It has only a few lines of codes. We don't have to bother about the external background things, what is going on in the background. And it also has so many built-in functions, due to which Python is very special. And that's it. Thank you.